bull run. How would you turn $1,000 into $1 million? Like, what would you do if you had nothing?
You never start an equation with that.
Welcome to Dream Richer. The crypto asset class has been around for a decade, but has only began to gain more demand over the past couple of years. It has turned many into millionaires and billionaires, and to no surprise, has also left many bankrupt, with liquidation of position. So what's the secret? Why do some succeed and most fail? Today, the millionaire investor Raoul Pal answers this question. If you think about it, the very first cryptocurrency created is known as Bitcoin. Bitcoin was created as a way for people to engage in financial transactions without exclusively relying on banks or governments. It is a digital currency that allows you the freedom to make transactions at any time and with anyone anywhere around the world with limited restrictions. However, crypto is seen more than simply transaction now. Rather, it competes in the big markets against stocks and bonds and is seen as a money-generating machine. By the end of this video, Raoul Pal answers the most asked question. What's the best way to turn your investment into $1 million? If you find the video helpful, then don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it.
Answer is, what you should be saying is, how can I maximize the return out of my $1,000 without losing it all? So will Bitcoin go up as much as Ethereum over this cycle? I don't know. Oh, are either of these going to go to zero? No chance. You know, can I write my $1,000 off and say, I don't care, I'm going to flip it into Doge? Fine, you're just speculating. So, you know, there is no get rich quick. It doesn't work in this world. That's just pure gambling. And you might as well just go to Vegas with your $1,000 bucks. So now we've got the macro thesis, the lowering of the value of your money, you basically getting poorer, and the risk of the financial system blowing up. And now we've got this way of valuing it, which is, oh my God, if everybody starts joining this and migrating across to this new system, it's going to go up in value and we're going to make a lot of money out of it too. That's basically the core thesis. I'm an investor. I get the philosophical side and I err towards that, the decentralization of the world, but I'm also an investor. You know, at core, what do I want to do? I want to make sure that my family is protected and can generate wealth. And the people around me are my friends, you know, that's really what I care about. So then I'm looking for, okay, what is a real network effect? Because there's network effects is just not the number of people who own the token. So Doge, for example, has a lot of token holders. Does it have a network? Not yet. Could it have a network? Sure. Now, that's what Elon Musk has basically pointed out. He's like, if I could create use case for this, it's going to have millions of users and a use case. Then you create a proper network. Now, when you're talking about Ethereum, clearly got ridiculous network effects. And then almost everything else lies in the middle. And some of them will never get the network effects that we want, or maybe they deserve. It just happens that way. And others will, and maybe for the wrong reasons. So, you know, it's a complicated world, but it's kind of interesting and fun.
Besides simply holding your crypto for an extended period of time, there are many other ways to profit from your crypto investment. One of these many ways is what we call crypto arbitrage, because the cryptocurrency sector is largely unregulated. Hence, there's a lot of variations in terms of assets valuation, pricing of products, and so on. Most exchanges decide for themselves the price at which their assets are listed. This brings about an inevitable difference in the volatility and liquidity of assets. If well researched, one can make a large profit from these price variations by buying from cheap sources and selling on overpriced exchanges. This is pretty much what describes arbitrage. You can find anything between 5 to 30% in price spreads across various exchanges.
So Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I believe Ethereum weighted even more so, are the two biggest coins in your portfolio. What is the third coin in your portfolio?
Interesting enough, how I did this was I chose Bitcoin and Ethereum and I switched, you know, I started with Bitcoin, I then added Ethereum, I then switched. Then I just did an equally weighted basket. of a bunch of all the other protocols, DeFi, other stuff. So whatever ends up appreciating the most at any one point will have the highest weighting. But I've not made a macro bet on a single other one. Then I've started taking macro bets on social tokens. But these are smaller, less liquid things. So you can't take a huge value of your portfolio because it's very early. So as a risk thing, I'm like, yes, I want some social tokens and I want a bit of the metaverse too. So that's how I've constructed it. So I don't have any difference in weighting in my head between Cardano, Polkadot, Aave, any of this stuff. And they're all different things, different use cases. But I said, look, I don't know. I'm not smart enough and it's not my job. I mean, I don't do it with the S&P 500. I'll just buy the market if I'm trying to express the market view.
For a new cryptocurrency investor, what's maybe the biggest piece of advice you would give somebody entering the crypto space today?
The piece of advice is, what do you want out of it? What are you looking to do? How old are you? What is your risk tolerance? Are you looking to learn? Do you want to figure out how markets work and this looks interesting to you? Well then, decide, okay, in that case, don't go all in. Just put a bit of money in and get a feel for it. Get an understanding of what these different things are, what project really works for you, and enjoy the process of learning, losing money, making money, being the dumbass, and then thinking you're a hero and then realizing you're not. All the things that every person who ever invests has to go through, do it and enjoy it. And if you can write notes so you actually learn, it's really, really useful. If on the other hand, you're saying, okay, what I want to do is I want to get exposure to this space because I want a long-term investment. I want to build a significant thing like I would have done to my 401k or in addition to my 401k, then that's a different conversation. Then what you would do is start looking for portfolio allocation, which is, okay, safety first. You want the highest quality product with most of your money in it. So that would be Bitcoin. And then you probably want Ethereum, a decent size because the network effect and its use cases are so enormous. And then after that, you start thinking like I'm thinking. It's like, what do I know about the next part of this? Do I have any informational edge? Do I just buy the Bitwise 10 and just do that? Is that a smarter way of getting that investment? Probably. And then maybe in a couple of years' time, when you're starting to understand areas that really excite you, it might have been DeFi, it might be social tokens, it might be anything, it might be NFTs, that you can start then allocating a bit more of your own money into those bets. So that's how I play it. It really depends what kind of thing you're trying to get out of it.
It's clear from Raoul Pal's explanation that crypto is here to stay. Regardless of the different philosophies held by investors, such as Bitcoin maximalists, who believe only Bitcoin will rule them all in the end. However, Mr. Raoul holds a different belief altogether. As he argues, crypto will increase as a whole, and there will be multiple winners, not just one. However, not all crypto experts believe the same. According to some, the market is looking more bearish than ever and will continue to go downhill. Despite reaching a peak of over $60,000, Bitcoin detractors argue that it's just a matter of time until its price crashes to zero. What do you think the future holds for crypto? Do you agree with Raoul Pal's opinions? To learn more about the latest crypto news, watch these videos here.